The woman saw her son who had been dead for 10 years on the street. Shocked, she followed him. To confirm, she honked the horn. When the boy turned around, she almost stopped breathing. His curly hair and facial features were so familiar. The boy then got on a bus. Jody quickly parked and followed him. She sat down and began to study the boy closely. She noticed a scar on his face. It was exactly the same as the one her son had 10 years ago. Jody followed the boy to his school. Then Jody immediately found her ex-husband. She said she saw a boy who looked exactly like their son. Even the scar under his eye was identical. But her ex-husband turned away impatiently. He angrily told Jody to accept reality. That was just a boy who resembled their son. But Jody was certain. After their son drowned, the police never found his body. But her ex-husband refused to believe otherwise. Jody went to the police station for help. She said her son had been kidnapped 9 years ago, and now she had found his trail. Moments later, the sheriff brought out the case file. It recorded that no signs of life were found at the time, but there was no evidence of foul play. The conclusion was that he had drowned. Jody again questioned why the body was never found. She demanded the police respond immediately, but the sheriff brushed her off, saying they would discuss it. No one was willing to believe her, so she decided to investigate herself. She went back to the boys' school to wait. When the boy came out, she approached him, but before she could speak, a man came up behind her. He took the boy's backpack and led him to a car. Jody followed immediately. She trailed the man to a remote estate. She took some photos and returned home. Jody began looking through the boys' school records. She discovered the school was hiring a music teacher. Jody suddenly had an idea. She posted old photos of herself with her son from 10 years ago. She cut her hair to match her old look. The next morning, she went to the school. She handed in her resume applying for the music teacher position. Her resume showed great achievements in music, but the principal's assistant was skeptical. Jody had no real teaching experience. She quickly lied that she had done some private lessons. The principal was very pleased with her. The assistant stopped making things difficult. As long as Jody provided a clean criminal record, she could teach there. That night, Jody was thinking about her next move. Suddenly, her ex-husband came to see her. He said the police had contacted him today. Jody thought he finally believed her, but he only wanted the matter to end quickly. He told Jody to stop acting crazy. He warned her not to involve him again. Then he turned and left. The next day, Jody went to the school. She put up a poster recruiting for the music club. When she turned around, she saw the boy, but the principal caught her. Until she submitted her clean criminal record, she could not be on campus. Jody had to leave. She returned to her job. She and her friend Mary were doing gardening work. Mary said a worker named Blue needed to be fired. She found his work permit was fake. Jody immediately offered to tell him herself, but she made a deal with Blue not to fire him. She wanted him to connect her with the person who made the fake documents. The next day, Jody brought a forged clean criminal record to the school.